The two forces came together in an explosion of sound and violence. The Minogue beat the hideous things back, stabbing, slashing, and hacking. Claws and jaws tore at the shields and armor. Swords rose and fell, sparking off horny armored carapaces. Stinking green ichor sprayed from severed limbs and heads. Harib looked wild-eyed at the carnage around them. "Faizah, we have to fight," he cried. "With what?" she asked, her voice shaking. I don't know. Wait, it worked for them, maybe?" Harib winced as a piece of something best left unidentified bounced off his shoulder. Then he drew his belt knife and, grasping it with both trembling hands, held it above his head. For an agonizing second, nothing happened. And then the blade began to shimmer and glow. Blue this time, rather than red. When the glow faded, Harib was holding a battle-axe. Hefting it, he felt its weight, moved his hands apart on the shaft, feeling for the balance point. It was a finely made weapon, beautiful in its deadly purpose. Just then one of the Minogue warriors fell, mortally wounded. Faizah gasped. She had thought the Minogue couldn't be harmed. With a wild, wordless cry, Harib leapt forward, swinging the axe as though he'd trained with it all his life, closing the breach in the line. Faizah stared only a moment before she drew her own knife and raised it above her head. As the blue nimbus formed, it felt as though her very bones were vibrating with a force she had never known before. When the glow faded, she held a strung bow and a quiver full of arrows. Without conscious thought, she nocked an arrow, drew the bowstring back to her ear, and sent the arrow whistling over the shoulder of a Minogue warrior. The spider in front of the warrior fell, pierced through whatever served it as a brain. Faizah winced as the bowstring slapped against the inside of her forearm. She adjusted her grip on the bow, nocked another arrow, drew back, and loosed the shaft, this time at a heavily armored beetle-like creature trying to claw its way around the end of the Minogue's line. The thing dropped in mid-stride as the arrow found a soft spot in its armor-plated hide. Faizah no longer saw the things as spiders. They were still black and scaly and moved on too many legs, but they did not look like the spiders she loathed so much. The Minogue fought without speaking, their only sound the clash of arms and armor, grunts of effort, their hoarse, rasping breaths, and too often cries of pain. Dev's minions screeched and snarled and hissed in fury as they bit, clawed, stung, and slashed at the unyielding Minogue battle line. Harib fought between two Minogue, his slender form dwarfed by their armored bulk. His axe carved a blurred swath of destruction in front of him, dooming any of Dev's creatures that came within its reach. Faizah danced back and forth behind the line of the battling warriors, losing arrow after arrow into the mass of scrabbling, surging monsters. The dust rose in roiling clouds, obscuring friend and foe alike. Dimly, Faizah could make out Bahar and Qadir, side by side, facing the Minogue line. Their scimitars slashed glittering arcs through the haze. The fighting surged back and forth. Several times, it seemed the Minogue were about to break the assault. The creatures would falter in their attack and start to back off, but each time Qadir and Bahar would rally the monsters. "Oh, please, don't let them be hurt," she moaned under her breath as she sent another arrow hissing into the melee. Qadir lunged forward, stabbing a Minogue warrior through the chest. The warrior fell backward, blood from his wound spraying his comrades on either side. They beat Qadir back, using their shields and the flats of their swords. The Minogue were trying hard to keep from killing Qadir and Bahar. Faizah prayed they would succeed.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.